I'm here with Backbone. One of, if not the best Mei in the world, according to a lot of Overwatch League experts, and I would say also players. I think you've received a lot of recognition for your Mei, played it a ton. Probably the player with the most playtime of Mei over the last 2 years, right?
Definitely.
So I thought, who better to ask about Mei techniques and how to become a better Mei and how to understand Mei than arguably the best Mei in the world. So can you tell me a little bit about like how you got into playing that particular hero? Was that something that was already the case before you joined the London Spitfire?
It's kind of an EU hero, so I think most like CPS and EU end up getting forced onto it at some point. I really didn't enjoy Mei when I first started playing it, but I lent into, obviously on Overwatch 1 you could freeze people with left click. I lent into the trolling of freezing people, I guess, and I got my enjoyment from that. So I was actually really sad when they removed it in Overwatch 2, because I was like, this hero is so boring now.
For sure. What did you think, by the way? This was a consideration, I think, for a lot of people with Overwatch 2 that Mei should be designed to be a tank hero, much like Doomfist was. Do you ever consider that a viable option?
I don't know. I think it'd be kind of hard because she's got like a lot of, macro-based stuff like most tanks, but also like how do you then balance her damage and stuff where she's not just. You'd either have to make her slow so annoying to play against, or you'd have to like make her damage decent. But I don't know. I'll leave that to the people that are paid to do it. It's not out of my wheelhouse.
For sure. For sure. Now, often the smallest things can have a huge impact, right? Is there like a small thing about Mei that you noticed when you changed that up, it actually brought so much improvement for you?
I think in general when you just whenever you struggle on Mei, 9 out of 10 times the answer is you're just not close enough to your tank, I think. So if I ever feel like something's not working, I can literally just be like, okay, how close was I to my tank? Is it working? No? Well, I should probably get closer to my tank. And then obviously there's times where you shouldn't be, but as a general thing, like 100% if you're struggling, just sit next to your tank.
Right. Is there anything in terms of where you hit a wall, no pun intended, in your ability to improve as a player on Mei, and then you figured it out and went like, okay, this was maybe pretty obvious, and I should have done that sooner, and you solve yourself a lot of issues?
The only thing like that I can think of is last year when Mei left click was actually pretty good, but it wasn't something I used a lot because for the first half of the year we just played it against Dive, where you do use it but you don't use it in Brawl. And when teams started playing Brawl during like stage 3, every single Mei had like 2k damage gap on me, and I thought I was the worst player on the planet. I was like, I've been playing this hero all year, I'm getting so much praise for it, and everyone's just better. And then I just watched some of the VODs, and it was like, oh, they're literally just holding left click onto 5 people. That's why they've got more damage. It's literally that simple. So maybe that would have been it for me. And then when I started doing that, wow, we started winning again. Wow, I started doing damage.
Is there like a little secret, a little tech in Mei? I think we recently had a little discussion of your play during World Cup. You did like some stuff with the ultimate, and you hit the wall, and therefore activated more quickly. Is this something like that you generally look to do, or other little techniques that are highly efficacious?
The World Cup one, I think maybe in the back of my head I knew it was a thing, but I'll be honest, I did not mean to do it at World Cup. I just pressed the wrong buttons and I accidentally walled, and it looked really good, and it was on camera, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, he's so good!" But I mean, it's something I'm looking to do now because clearly it works, and clearly it's a viable thing to do. So you got like making your Mei ult go off the wall to deploy quicker. That is a good one, to be fair. I'm surprised that I'd forgotten it, because I know it's a thing that people have done for a while, I think. The other small Mei Tech that I'd say is just always use Ice Block to heal yourself and get ult charge. It's so broken. So broken. So broken.
For sure. Is there a particular mindset that you try to deploy whenever playing Mei?
I very much try to think of myself as like a pseudo tank when I play Mei, where a lot of it's playing around the team, focusing on, helping them survive, go where they need to go for the objective. Like, obviously Mei's a DPS. I think she's one of the best DPS in the game, but her playstyle can very much be, to help your team.